if you're a tenant in South Africa and you're hating your landlord or your rental agent for not doing maintenance, before you go out and slash their tires, I wanted to make you aware of the fact that there are requirements in law that require you to attend to certain maintenance in a rental property. I've included the link in my bio to the Rental Housing Act's Unfair Practices Regulations, where it outlines what specific items you need to attend to as a tenant. So let me say this, I know that it's frustrating sometimes living in someone else's investment property. You're paying top dollar on rent and you're frustrated having to spend your own money on maintenance and repairs. I am by no means excluding your landlord's obligations and responsibility to attend to necessary maintenance to ensure your property is habitable. I'm going to assume for this video that you were handed a perfectly good property and the landlord or his agent did a joint incoming inspection of the property and it was handed to you in a fair and habitable condition. These are the requirements and obligations in the Rental Housing Act. Number one, you need to keep the property clean, tidy, and habitable. Really, this is about applying a measure of fairness. Am I using this item in this landlord's property? Has my use of it been a little heavy-handed, or has my use of it caused it to deteriorate or caused it to need repair or maintenance? And that's from the moment you put the key into the lock to enter the property. So that's your first cue in terms of your obligation, and that's to attend to the repair and replacement of locks, handles, keys, and of course hinges on cupboards, because these are things you're going to be using day to day. The windows, window latches, window panes, by virtue of your use of that window, if repair is required, that's going to be for your account and for your attention. That excludes items that occur due to no fault of your own. So there is an obligation on you to avoid negligence that is going to result in damage to your landlord's property or the fixtures and the fittings within that property. You are required to attend to broken or leaking taps. That's right. If your taps are leaking, you need to make sure that the washers get replaced. It's not your landlord's responsibility. Then of course, blocked drains. Now, if the drain's blocked by virtue of food, hair, or other debris going into those drains, you need to attend to it and clear the blockage, or have a plumber come and do it for you. If you're wanting a little more clarity on the obligations, tenants versus landlords in terms of maintenance in a rental property, you can also find a bit more content on my podcast called Renting Smart. It's streamed on most podcast platforms, from Spotify to Apple Music.